3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, Mystery Reading number 1139. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. If you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. And thank you very much for your support and helping me reach 300 subscribers at this time, as well as your presence during this reading. So I want to start this reading off by mentioning that there may be somebody here who is feeling distracted, and it doesn't necessarily have to be distracted in a negative or bad kind of way. There's just something here making it harder for you to focus. Are you excited about something, or are you feeling upset about something? I feel like at the very least, maybe there's some degree of obsession with something, but it doesn't necessarily have to be obsession. Just like I said, something is really calling for you to focus on it. Not, get ahead of yourself with it or dwell in it, but to just focus on whatever this distraction is, to see what it's trying to tell you. Maybe this distraction is happening for a reason, and there's just something or someone that you need to reflect on. Getting into interpreting 1139. Well, 1137 might have been significant for you, as well as 1138. But the number 1 in this number, 1139, is about having trust and faith in yourself and in the universe. Maybe you could find more clarity in paying attention to, what your intuition is trying to tell you, where your inner voice is trying to guide you, or you could maybe find more clarity in recognizing and appreciating your strengths more, what you can do, where you do have control, how much power you actually do have. Maybe there is something here that the universe is trying to communicate with you about. Yeah, the universe, a very big place. And when I said that, I felt connected to the word grande, which in Italian means big. I think it also means big in Spanish. But there's something, it feels like your ancestors in particular want you to recognize how big and vast the universe actually is. It's almost like there's a call here for you to really open your mind up to something or to someone. I do kind of get this warning here to not assume that you know everything, but it's not meant to be as like to make you feel defensive or insulted or anything. It's just I just don't have a better way to put it. You know? And I saw 4, 5, 6. It's a sign to trust everything happens for a reason. So if that message does resonate with you, take it. If it doesn't, then don't. For somebody, there's something about someone or a situation or something about the universe that you think you know, but maybe you don't, at least not as much. There are 2 ones in 1139, and so it's a fairly decent message here for you to have more trust and faith in yourself, the universe, and the process. Just whatever you could use more clarity and more strength, I suppose. Moving on to the number 3. This number is about communicating and expressing yourself, using your voice, healing and growing, and always choosing to heal and to grow when you have the opportunity, instead of ignoring your pain and letting yourself be ignorant and feeling trapped in what you don't know. It's kind of like subconsciously there's something that you're aware of but you don't know you know, hence subconsciousness. Maybe paying attention to your dreams could help you understand something deeper about yourself. Moving on to the number 9. This number is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. Do you feel a sense of purpose in your healing journey, your spiritual journey, and using your voice? Do you feel a sense of purpose in having more faith and trust in yourself, and especially the universe, whatever higher power you believe in? If you do, this is your confirmation. But this could also be for somebody who has no idea how much purpose there actually is in using their own voice, addressing their pain, learning from it, and just learning how to have more confidence in themselves. Maybe it could be helpful for you to really take a good hard look at where you doubt yourself and why. In general, I feel like there's an opportunity here that you could give yourself to really understand yourself on a deeper level, whether it's through healing or your dreams or, whatever way you feel called to understand yourself deeper. It feels like there is something here about that. Adding up these numbers, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5, and 5 plus 9 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. The number 5 is about change and transformation. What do I say about this? Maybe this is just confirmation for you about a change you're already going through on the inside, outside of you. Maybe both. This could be about a change that is going to come as a result of you making a certain decision or saying something. Maybe saying something in particular, because there's the messages here about using your voice. Or there's something from the past, a change from the past that you haven't fully allowed yourself to embrace or transition into or to accept. So this number 1139 has been quite a bit about having more trust and faith, using your voice, transforming as a person, psychologically and spiritually, and trusting whatever sense of purpose you feel, or seeking out a sense of purpose that is already there but you may not have recognized or realized yet. There's something here about a change and how it might be helpful for you to have more trust and faith in yourself. Express yourself in whatever way you feel called to help you heal and grow, and to help the world release what no longer works. I did see the number 111 on the timer there while I was being silent, and that feels like a pretty powerful confirmation for you to have more trust and faith in yourself, your intuition, your strength, and the universe, whatever higher power you believe in. But you can see that on the table there are 2 decks of cards. We have a smaller deck of tarot cards. These are just major arcana cards, and these are playing cards. And I have written some things on these playing cards as well. But I am going to start with drawing out one of these major arcana cards. If you didn't already know, in tarot there are like 70 something cards, and about 50 of them are minor arcana cards, and about 20 of them are major arcana cards. And, you know, back way when, hundreds of years ago, major arcana cards used to be called the trump cards. How interesting is that? Depending on your perspective, I suppose. But, major arcana cards, they're more bigger ideas, kind of like bigger picture kind of thing, thinking more long term, and the minor arcana cards are more about the details. It's more short term. So let's go ahead and draw one of these major arcana cards to see what big idea needs to be talked about or addressed here. Interesting. We have the Strength card in reverse, and there's actually a lot of things written on these major arcana cards too. And for the Strength card here, in reverse, I wrote powerlessness, lack of self-control, believe in yourself, self-doubt. Upright, it says bravery, courage, compassion, soft side, optimism, trusting, self-control, and confidence. There's something here about a person who might be larger, but it's like kind of like someone is not what they seem. Like, I'm kind of getting the feeling like someone who is intimidating or scary, but really this person has a soft side. Maybe they're not so scary once you get to know them. But this card is really reminding me of like what I talk about with having trust and faith in yourself, your intuition, your strength, the universe, and talking about self-doubt. And I just saw the number 444 on the timer, which is connected to stability and ancestors. Feels like whatever you're doubting yourself about is related to past loved ones, maybe some things that, generations before went through. Are you doubting what you know, what you feel to be true? Are you doubting your intuition? Are you doubting your ability to create more stability and security, and to help yourself more safe? Help yourself feel more safe. Weakness can show up in many different ways. Maybe it would be helpful to ask yourself, what is the easier decision here? So you can recognize that maybe that decision is not the right one. The Strength card has the number 8 on it, and the number 8 is about loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. It's reminding me of when I talked about the of change. Is there some sort of loss here that you still carry a lot of grief over, a lot of resentment, anger? Definitely feels like there is something from the past, or maybe something that you're going through right now, that you need to allow yourself to find closure with, so you can become stronger and wiser and just have more of what you deserve in life, including your peace and, you know, feeling comfortable in your own skin, in your own home. Let's go ahead and draw out a couple of these playing cards, and these ones represent more like the minor arcana cards in tarot, because the suits are very similar, but these do not have pages like the minor arcana tarot cards do. It's only kings, queens, and jacks, or knights, as they're known in tarot. So let's go ahead and draw a couple of these to get more detail into what the Strength card is about. So very clarifying here, I will say, this first card that I'm looking at, which is the Four of Clubs. It says tension, conflict, bad communication. The other way around, it says family and home. It did say I saw 444. And it seems like your ancestors are supporting you in whatever tension or conflict you're going through at home or with family. And I do find it interesting that this card says bad communication, and the number 3 is all about using your voice and expressing yourself. But express yourself where you truly feel like you're going to be heard. Even if that means that the only person you can express yourself to right now is yourself, through journaling or meditation. Just because you're struggling with communication with people in your life, that doesn't mean you have to struggle with communicating with yourself. Be very clear with yourself about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, maybe what beliefs are forming or influencing whatever you're feeling or whatever this situation really is about. The next card, wow. Again, this card is very clarifying and confirming. It is the 6 of Spades, and it says holding on. This represents the 6 of Swords. Just felt connected to the 6 of Wands, which is about victory. It definitely feels like your ancestors and your spirit guides in general want you to overcome something and to come out on the other side victorious. It feels like if you're wanting to win something, you're going to have to be honest with yourself and take care of yourself in the way that you deserve, and to maybe even have a little more trust and faith in the universe, your spirit guides, whatever guidance you're receiving, whatever messages or signs you're seeing. It's actually crazy how, on the nose these 2 cards really are. Overall, thinking back to the number 1139, there's very much a call here for you to have more trust and faith, whether it's in yourself, the universe, or both, to use your voice in whatever way you feel called to right now, to heal and to grow and to trust a sense of purpose that you feel driven by, or to find a sense of purpose to be driven by, and to help the world release what no longer works. Whatever you're going through at home or with family, trust that it is so much bigger than you. And I want you to know that I know where you're coming from if you are feeling, even though you know the logic behind why the things are the way that they are, that doesn't mean that you're not allowed to still be frustrated. That's why it's so important to express yourself in whatever way you need right now to help you understand yourself better, your feelings, your thoughts, your own, maybe your own belief system, so you can move on from something that is, really causing some turmoil, a battle, maybe even a war within you. It does feel like something at home or with family, whether it's from the past, it's right now, it is robbing you of your strength because you are dwelling on something. Remember in the beginning when I was talking about how maybe something is really distracting you? And for somebody, I definitely feel that it is focusing on whatever this loss or this difficult situation is. And so don't dwell, but pay attention. It's distracting you for a reason. Obviously something is bothering you, and it's important that you give yourself the attention that you deserve so you can find the resolution that you need to not be distracted anymore. Distracted from what's really important and what really means the most to you.